Good morning, Brainiacs. Today we're going to be reading an informational passage in your reciprocal teaching groups, and we're going to focus on finding the key details. Our learning intention for today is thoughtful readers use reciprocal teaching strategies to talk about and understand the text. Now, let's see. What are some things that we should be able to do by the end of the lessons? What are our success criteria for today? Yes, Akram.
We can use reciprocal teaching strategies to talk about and understand the text.
So we can use reciprocal teaching strategies to talk about and understand the text. Does anyone else have another success criteria? Jader.
We can read to build fluency.
Beautiful. So we can read to build fluency. Now, I am going to let your leader start reciprocal teaching.
Can everyone put their name and put the title of the passage on their organizer? Jader, can you make a prediction for us?
Okay, I predict this text is mostly going to be about animals and plants can't hide.
I predict that this text is going to be mostly about animals and plants that can fly and hide. I predict that this passage is going to be about animals camouflaging into plants.
I predict this text is going to be about how animals either hide from their enemies or either hide to catch their prey. Can you please write Jader's prediction? Jader, can you repeat your prediction?
Okay, I predict the text is going to be about animals and plants can't hide.
Jader, can you repeat it one more time, please?
Okay. I predict the text is going to be about animals and plants can't hide.
Thank you. Can everybody please go to the passage? Title of the text: Animals and Plants Can Hide. Paragraph 1. An adaptation is a type of mutation. It results from a change in an organism's genes. Genes tell living things how to look and behave. They are passed down from parent to child. An adaptation is a helpful change. It allows an organism to better survive in its environment. Structural and behavior adaptations. Paragraph 2. Some adaptations are structural. That means they are a physical part of the looks. Other adaptations are behavior. That means they affect the way a living thing acts. Paragraph 3. Many plants have structural adaptations. For example, certain plants have adapted to the desert. Deserts are dry, hot places. Plants called succulents have found a way to survive there. They do it by storing water in their thick stems and leaves. Paragraph 4. There are many examples of behavioral adaptations. Animals' migration is just one. Gray whales migrate thousands of miles every year. They spend some time in the warm waters of the coast of Mexico. They spend the rest of their time in cold Arctic oceans. Paragraph 5. Habitat. Adaptations always happen for a reason. Usually, adaptations occur in response to change in the environment. Paragraph 6. The English perched moth is a famous example. Before the 18s, most peppered moths were light. A few displayed a mutation of being gray or black. However, these moths were rare. Paragraph 7. Over time, the environment changed. The rise of factories brought smoke and smog. As a result, the darker moths became less rare. In fact, they began to thrive in the smoky cities. The dark color helped them blend in. Desire, do you have any clarifications?
Yeah, I got stuck on the word adaptation and I got confused.
Do you know what the word means?
I think it means an animal.
I disagree. Because it says it right in the passage. I think adaptation means an animal adapted to its environment. What do you think it means, Chater?
I think it means, others' adaptations are behavior that means affect the way they live. I think it affects the way they live. If they behave like, I don't know, how can I describe it? I think that could affect the way they live.
Valerie, do you have any clarifications?
Adaptations affect the way a living thing acts.
Can everybody write Desire's clarification? Desire, can you repeat your clarification?
I got stuck on the word, I forgot the word.
Adaptation.
Adaptation. It was confusing to me.
Can you repeat it one more time?
I said that I got stuck on the word,
Adaptation.
adaptation, and it was really confusing.
Questioners. Valerie, do you have any questions?
Yes, I do.
What are them?
How does adaptations help animals and plants?
Jada, do you have an answer?
To what Valerie said. Can you please say it one more time, Valerie? You were speaking a bit too low.
Okay. How does adaptation help animals and plants?
It helps them because it helps them plants and animals to survive. And then when the place it's too hot or too cold.
Desire, do you have any answers to that question?
Yeah, I think it helps the animals and plants because when the animals need to camouflage and catch their predators, they can go to the plant and it helps them from not getting caught.
I agree with Desire because when animals adapt to their environments, the environment that they're living in helps them a lot. If an animal wasn't in their environment, they would die because they're not in the right place where they should live so they can survive. I summarized the text. I think I summarized paragraph 1. It's about adaptations.
Podemos
Jada, do you know what it means?
Adaptations? Yes.
Do you have another answer to what paragraph
no.
1 is summarized?
So, wait, because we forgot, I'm sorry, you guys. We were so into the conversation that we forgot to read. So you're just gonna say, get out your pens. We're gonna go through them. Yes, I know, it's okay. Mr. Guayo, you guys are doing an amazing job. Can you tell the group, can you say, so now, can we write Jader's prediction?
Yeah.
And he's gonna,
Can we please write Valerie's question? Valerie, can you repeat your question?
Yes. How does adaptation help animals and plants? What did you say?
What did you say?
How does adaptation help animals and plants?
so how does adaptation help animals and plants?
Now I'm going to summarize the text. I think the text is mostly about animals and plants can hide. For example, plants called succulents have found a way to survive there. Jader, can you summarize the text?
I think the text is about other adaptations are behavior that means they affect the way a living thing acts.
The passage is mostly about the environment and how does the plants and animals survive. I think the text is mostly about animals that can camouflage in plants.
Let me write down my summary. The text is mostly about animals and plants can hide. For example, plants called succulents have found a way to survive there. Thank you for being proactive.
Wow, guys, let's go. Let's kiss our brain. Let's kiss our brain. And let's make it rain. That was awesome, Brainiacs. Now, let's go back to our success criteria. So today we had 2 success criteria. Our first one was, we can use reciprocal teaching strategies to talk about and understand the text, and we can read to build fluency. Now, if we look at our first success criteria, thumbs up or thumbs down? Were we able to use the strategy to talk and understand the text? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Beautiful. Now, let's look at our second success criteria. It says we can read to build fluency. Were we able to build fluency by reading? Awesome, great job. So tomorrow we're going to continue reciprocal teaching with another informational text. And again, what is the purpose of informational text? Why do authors write informational text? Akram.
To inform the reader.
To inform the reader. So you guys did an awesome job. We're going to continue this tomorrow.